Well, good morning, everybody. This is Granny and Grumpy's homestead. Grumpy is doing a different type of job today. He is fixing our water system. Unfortunately, the house we purchased, the well is full. The water that's in the well is loaded with iron. It's got
there's
terrible iron.
Tremendous amount of iron in this stuff. I mean, our water is so bad, you can't even brush your teeth in it. I mean, you take a shower in it and you just feel
dirty.
You feel dirty because you smell all this. It smells like nails and stuff. And if you take some of this water and put it in a clear jug, it's yellowish orange. And so we've tested the dogs with it. Pour a little bit in their bowl.
They won't drink it.
Turn their nose up at it.
They walk away. So we have purchased from his sister, who is a water lady. We have purchased a system that will clean this water up. It takes out the sulfur, it takes out the iron, it takes out arsenic, it takes out all kinds of stuff. It was the best system she had, and so Bob had to dig a hole. I'm trying to get around here so you can see it a little better. Bob had to dig this hole down in the well house, this black thing that he's messing with.
Dug a hole about 3 feet deep and maybe foot and a half wide or so.
Down there.
And there was a water filter in here before, but it broke. Junker.
Well, it broke.
It not only broke, but it probably didn't do much to start with.
Well, it was also
just
very old.
Low boy thing.
It was the first kinds that came out, and so the man did as best as he could. But it also had died, so that's why our water wasn't any good anymore. So he is going to show you how he fills it up and stuff. He had to tape this little thing right here in the center.
Yeah, there's a pipe here that you got to put tape over that, because when you're putting your media inside, if any of that stuff gets in the pipe, it's going to cause problems. So you always have to tape that up. Now, some of these filters come with all the media already in them, but this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one they got. So it makes it too heavy, so it's separate in this unit.
So he has to pour this in. So he needs my help this morning a little bit too. Plus I wanted to take pictures of what he's doing here. Yeah. So if y'all have to do this, you see what he's doing, and you can save yourself a little bit of money by doing it yourself.
Yeah, the first bag I put in, the funnel wants to tip over like that.
Yeah, because he's putting pressure on it from that side.
I wound up spilling a little bit, so Granny's going to help me out with this and hold the funnel while I pour it. Let's see how we go. Now the first thing we put in the tank was some real fine pea gravel, and I didn't show that part. I guess we should have, but
he gets busy and doesn't remember that I asked him to come tell me when you're doing this so that I can take pictures of it for the people who are watching.
Exactly. Anyway, if you'll hold that, Lynn.
Okay.
We'll just proceed.
And do remember, he doesn't always call me Granny. He calls me Lynn most of the time. Or Mama. Or Mother.
Or Babes.
Yeah. Wow. That stuff's pretty fun, isn't it?
It's not real green. They call it green sand, but it looks more like black sand.
Wow. Now I know why they want you to put tape over that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'd fill that pipe up in a minute. Well, I didn't spill any that time. Bunch of my horse. All right, so I got to get one more bag. Right back.
So Grumpy's been busy with all kinds of things because he didn't think he was going to be able to do this. because we first couldn't find the information to tell us how to do it. Okay, so we're going to stick in the next bag of stuff. Let me hold this big fat funnel. I've never seen such a big funnel.
Well, you pretty much need it. Light.
Okay. Yeah, how much is that bag? I mean, pound-wise.
Well, I'm not sure. Probably 40 pounds or something.
Ooh.
44 pounds.
Wow. Bob, you're dropping it everywhere.
Spilling it?
Yeah, it's spilling out. It's one of our grandchildren's birthday today, Tyler.
Yep.
He turns 13. He
That's
went
a
to
scary
play.
thought.
He went to play laser tag. Ew, that stuff feels gross. Whoa.
Oops.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clogging up, huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, because it's not that easy to go down.
It's kind of got some water in it. Moisture.
That's right.
All right, well, there's 3 bags of that in there, plus 1 little bag of gravel. And I guess it's on to the next step. So let me take this out. Tape.
Make sure everything's, you know, we don't want to get no crumbs.
Okay.
There's crumbs on the side.
Yeah,
Don't wanna...
we got to get all that off too. It's got to seal around this gasket here.
Mm.
Make sure. All right, so
The next thing is to screw this mechanism on top.
Can't get it on there. There it goes. Okay.
Yay!
I knew there was a little slot in there it had to fit into. And getting it in there is not easy.
Does it feel like it's getting any tighter?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Got it pretty good now.
Hey.
Okay, so that's probably about right. Now, next thing, we got to hook the inlet line, which would be coming out of the pressure tank right here. We've got this already kind of pre-done.
Okay.
And that's going to have to hook in here. Then the line coming out of the tank is going to hook in there and go to the house. So I got a couple of 3/4 inch brass nipples, which are here.
Okay.
And they'll screw in like this. However, I need to put some Teflon tape on those connections.
Okay, we'll do that first.
So, what you typically want to do is put about 3 or 4 wraps of Teflon tape on your threads, and you want to make it so that when you're screwing it in, it's not bunching up the Teflon. You want to wrap it this way. So there's 1 wrap, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4 wraps.
Now, what is it that you're using there?
That's just a pair of, this is called a nipple.
But what is the yellow
pliers?
things? Those are just regular
Just
pliers?
regular pliers, yeah.
Okay.
They'll drop it once.
They're adjustable pliers.
Yeah, just
Oh, okay.
plumber's pliers or whatever.
Because there might be some people who might be doing this kind of thing that don't know their head from a hole in the ground like me. I wouldn't know what kind of pliers.
Well, they used to call them channel locks, you know, but there's different names for them, different brands.
Okay.
I heard about some channel locks that are made in Germany recently, and they're really awesome. They're flat right here. Instead of having gripping
Ridges.
places, they're real flat, but they're made so that they squeeze like this. They're just squeezing flat.
Huh.
And they're good for applications where you want to clamp something.
Oh, okay. So see, you don't have to be a youngin' to be doing a homestead. You know, our homestead is going to be very slow going because we have too many things to do in life. But we're getting it done. And when you live out in the country, this is a problem in some areas, that there's too much iron and phosphorus, not phosphorus, but sulfur and manganese and arsenic. And we seem to be in a part of North Carolina that's doing that has that. And so we got stuck with that. I don't mean we got stuck with that as far as buying our house and stuff. No, we're just talking about we just got, stuck with that type of a thing. Not like we don't like our home or anything like that, or that we regret it. We don't. We really like where we live. Our house is bigger than any house we've had so far, and we're loving it. A lot of space.
Which is not saying a lot. I mean, we've never had a big house, but...
Well, it's still a bigger house than anything we've had before, and we're really liking it. Gives me lots of space to move around at night when I can't sleep. So.
Yeah, these hoses have got a little rubber gasket in it, kind of like a water hose gasket.
Yeah, let's see. We'll get closer and show it.
That way we don't need to use the Teflon here because
okay.
the rubber will seal it.
Okay.
So
this is the end to the house.
Yeah.
You say. Okay.
See, the arrow shows you want the line coming out of the pressure tank to come through here, then it goes through the system and comes out here and goes to your house.
Now, do you put anything down in that other than that dirt?
Well, I'm not real sure. I'm gonna have to call my sister and find out about it, but there are times when you have to take the tank out and change the media. And so rather than fight all that dirt, I thought I would just put a couple of bricks in there to keep it steady. And then when it's time to take the tank out...
Oh, I see where you're talking about now, down in there.
Yeah, I can just take the bricks out and just lift the whole thing out of there.
Oh, okay.
which seems like the easiest way
Heavy.
to do it. Oh yeah, it's going to be real
Sounds
heavy.
heavy.
With all that stuff in there.
Oh my.
It's going to be crazy heavy.
So what's these other, like that hose there?
All right, this hose is the flush. This is the back
okay.
flush. And this little pipe right here goes under the ground and over to, show them that ditch over there, Lynn.
Yeah,
It
we
goes
got a
over to
big
that
ditch.
ditch and then drains in the ditch. And so that's how that works. So when it back flushes, it'll just take all the iron and all the sulfide and crap like that, arsenic, manganese, whatever, and it'll run it
Into
out
the
of here.
ground.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, when you get married and you let the Lord lead you to the right one, He always balances. He does a balancing act between the two people who are marrying each other. And He makes sure that they, what's the word I'm looking for?
Compatible?
Well, compatible, but that they're going to be opposites, because the reason they have to be opposites is because of the fact that they have to balance each other out in their shortcomings or their inabilities to do things, or abilities, either
So
one.
what are you trying to say, yo?
What I'm trying to say is that I don't know nothing about nothing of this junk.
Okay.
And I'm sure glad Bob has a very chemistry enriched mind, and he understands a lot of this stuff that I don't even begin to even understand what he's talking about or doing. So I'm just watching.
Well, I've watched a couple of videos on it and read up a little bit, and so I'm definitely not an expert.
He may not be an expert, but he's a very smart man, and so he knows he knows what they're talking about, and he did real good in that part of school. Whereas I know more about history and, sewing and cooking, but he knows things about greenhousing and water and chemicals, and so he balanced us out very well. Thank the Lord.
Mm.
Now, what is this thing?
Now, this is the tank that a solution goes in here. You can either put like a salt solution, or if you have iron such as we have, there's a little float in here that regulates the height of this little tank.
So kind of like a toilet, back of a toilet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what you do is you put a couple of gallons of water in here plus this solution.
Wow.
It's an oxidizing solution. I'm not real sure if it's hydrogen peroxide or what, but there's some kind of oxidizing agent that helps to remove, it precipitates out the iron pretty much, I guess what you would say. So it'll make rust, basically, iron oxide. Or I don't know if it's ferric oxide or ferrous oxide, but the oxidizing agent will cause that reaction to occur, and then it precipitates into the media, and then when you back flush, you flush it out of here.
Okay.
So it's a pretty smart technique, or technology, I guess you would say. Now this guy has to go down there somehow. Maybe I shouldn't have hooked all that up first.
So that's why you had the 2 brick there. I couldn't figure out why's it got 2 brick laying there, but I didn't ask.
Well, it was because to hold this guy. I'm probably gonna have to put something else to keep it from
you need like a
over.
board.
Something.
Like a board or something.
Right. All right, now we got a little compression fitting that connects this tube. Got a little screen filter.
Huh. Those are really
Now, some
tiny.
people say not to use the screen filter, to discard of it, but it's got a purpose, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to let it stay.
Well, your sister didn't tell you not to.
Yeah,
put it in
I
there.
asked her about that. There was a guy on a video that said that he didn't prefer using this, but you know, most of the other people I watched, they agreed that it was necessary. Now, whenever you're doing a compression fitting with plastic hose, you want to have the tapered part facing out like this.
Oh, okay.
And then you got your little ferrule that goes in the middle.
And where's the...
Yeah, well, come over here and you can see. Oh, I wanted to put this filter in there.
Well,
too.
I can see from here.
Okay, well,
I
there's...
just need to... So what did you do with the little...
The screen?
Yeah.
I stuck it in there.
Oh, okay. Wow,
See,
it's awful small,
goes
isn't it?
right in that little hole.
Wow, I see.
And
Okay.
so we stick this puppy in like that, push it in all the way. And now just screw it in. Nothing to it.
Yay! Y'all, I may be able to wash my clothes for Bob and me
Yeah.
actually in the house today.
Yeah, this water's so bad
We
that...
had to do that at the laundromat.
Yeah, we've been having to go to the laundromat because it'll turn your clothes yellow. That's how bad this water is. Okay, just snug it up.
Well,
All right, what's next?
I reckon you got to call your sister to find out what we
Yeah.
stick in that bucket.
I think she had told me 2 gallons of water plus the perm stuff. And I need to put the lid on that bucket. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right, now where's the holes for this thing?
All right. So it looks like it's going on.
All right, somehow I got to put a screw right there.
Oh. Okay, so the next thing is we got to fill up this little tanky thing over here. And Bob called his sister, Pam, and she has a business for these water things and fixing water for people and pumps, well pumps and all that kind of stuff. And so she told him what to do, and he's gonna tell you as he does it.
Yeah, she was telling me that we should use fresh water to fill this tank. And what we want to do is put 2 gallons of, well, this is just spring water from, you know, Walmart or whatever. And then we're putting in this pot perm. It's made for green sand and iron filter regeneration. And what it is, it's a powerful oxidant. I mean, it's probably got something like hydrogen peroxide or something in there that oxidizes the water pretty effectively. And so we got to be careful not to get this stuff on our skin because it's pretty, you know, pretty caustic. Huh?
That would be funny to have a purple husband.
Yeah. It would be, wouldn't it? All right, so step 1, put this in, 2 gallons.
Because we've had this problem with our water, I have gallon jugs of water that I go refill every week at Walmart.
The dogs won't drink this water, so we got to get fresh water, bottled water for just
And
even
then
for them.
we can use it for brushing teeth and for you know, making tea or making,
Oh, it's a powder.
oh, huh.
I was thinking it was a liquid, but no.
Okay.
Okay. She said put the whole thing in there, so. I mean, we got some serious problems with this water.
Wow.
There she be.
Huh.
All right, now the next step, put the lid on. Okay. Now, it's set up right now. The water coming out of the tank is bypassing the filter system and going straight to the house. So what I want to do now is to shut this off and start opening. I'm going to open this guy up. Come on, you. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Maybe I better change that. No? It's okay. Come on. Tight valve. All right, this one is the inlet line. So
something's over here dripping water.
Oh, great. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, now it's really dripping.
And I haven't even turned on the water yet. Great. All right, so.
Well, I mean, you should be able to fix it.
Well, I just tried to tighten it up. Maybe we might need a new gasket, rubber gasket. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna turn the water on here. Oh, it's leaking like a sieve. Ain't that about right?
Well, see, these are the kind of things that happen whenever you're doing this. And so we want you to see the problems as well as the goods. So we're going to have to do something different.
All right, I'm gonna revert the pressure back to.
It appears as though it is the gasket.
As if, yeah, there's no gasket in there, it looks like.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking. Well, I reckon he's going to have to go back to Lowe's again.
Always something.
When we do a project around here on the homestead, it is always going back and forth. It's a good thing we're not too terribly far from Lowe's and Walmart, because that's where we have to go to get the things that don't, that need to be repaired or whatever. So he'll have to go back.
All right, watch it, Lynn. This thing might spray a little.
Getting back. I don't want to be purple.
Well, hopefully it's not going through the purple stuff yet, but we'll see. It should release pressure pretty soon, because this is. Turn this off too.
Wow, that thing's hard to operate, ain't it?
Yeah, it's pretty stiff. All right, now it's better.
So should you unplug that, since it's a wound water? Just in case, or do you like to dance?
Well, I like a little shock, light up my life a little,
You mean I don't light it up enough?
Well, you do pretty good, but this gives you an extra little jolt,
An extra charge. Bob and I have been married for 45 years. Known each other for 45 and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we met at church.
We had a mutual friend that introduced us, and that we met 2 years earlier at his shop. And saw each other, thought each other was married.
Well, it's got the little filter or the rubber gasket in there. But I wonder if we should just let it, just hook it back up, turn the water on, and see if there's any other leaks. If there's other stuff leaking.
Well, now look around that white thing, how it's got in the slots, you know, that are around and around. It's got a lot of dirt in there. Could that be part of the problem?
Well, it's possible, but it's supposed to seal right here, around this. And it was working before. But, oh, wait a minute. What I thought was rubber was actually just brass. It looks like a rubber gasket in there, but it's actually just brass.
So there isn't one.
Yeah.
So you need to head to town.
Yeah.
Well, folks,
I'll get about 4 of them, and then that way, if any of these others are leaking, we can fix that too.
Well, folks, I reckon Grumpy's going to be taking a trip to the good old Lowe's store.
And then I'll be going back again when I get back, because something else will be wrong. So we'll see what happens. It's usually multiple trips.
All right, we'll be back with you in just a little bit. Bye. So Bob went to Lowe's, or somewhere.
Yeah, Lowe's.
And he's back, and he put the little washer inside the 2 lines. And let's see what happens.
I just got just regular water hose washers.
Yeah, so
I
we
saw a
hope that
plumber
works.
up there, and he said that's all you need. It's just
Yay!
regular water hose washer. When I first looked in there, it's kind of dark inside of here. It looked like there was a rubber washer in there, but after I examined it closer, it was black, but it had a little brass flecks around it. So I realized it was, you know.
There wasn't a washer there. So now we're going to turn all these valves on.
To the bypass.
Okay.
Now turn this guy on.
Slowly, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is the one that fills the tank. So.
And did you turn that one over there on yet?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna do the inlet. She said go kind of slow, but I guess I probably should do this one so that it can flow all the way through. All right, now.
Okay.
There goes the water. Pumping water in. Yeah, you don't want to put it in too fast, because all that media that's in there, dust will start flying around in there, and it can get into different pipes and stuff. So they recommend that you fill it slowly.
So this is filling up that great big huge giant tank that's in the ground. So it's not nothing's filling up the black tank that's going to be purple.
It's already full.
That's already mixed. Okay.
Yeah, when it back flushes, it runs water into this inlet here, and it takes that oxygenized water and it runs it through the tank, and that precipitates out all the iron, which flushes through this guy right here.
So what is that white thing over there that looks like a little faucet on where the purple stuff is? What's that white? Yeah, that.
It's just a little drain.
Okay.
Looks like we got a tiny little leak somewhere here. Just saw a drip.
Where'd you see a drip from?
I thought I saw something coming from under here. Yeah, right there.
Huh.
I might have to take that out and put a rubber another gasket in this one. I replaced this one, those two. This one appears to be okay, but that guy's got a little leaky.
Well, what do you have to do to stop the process?
Well, I just need to shut it back down and try again.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be off.
And then this other one here, did you turn it too? That one right there?
Oh, well, that would open, yeah, that would open up the line to the house. The only problem is when I take this loose, there's pressure on it. So how can I release the pressure? Well,
did you turn that thing off?
I guess I should. What I'm concerned about is getting sprayed as soon as I...
You don't want to be purple?
I'll tell you what, I'll back up. You just stay right there. Now, I'll tell you what, Lynn. I'm going to unplug the pump. If you can go in and just open up the faucet.
In the bathroom?
Just let the pressure out.
Oh, that'll work?
Yeah, it'll take just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You can turn that off if you want to.
All right. I reckon that would be best. So now he's putting all new gaskets in every place. So
yeah, I bought a 10-pack, and I knew that some of these were bad, but I didn't see this stuff leaking on the last run. So I thought, well, I can probably just let that go. But no good. No bueno. You're not really supposed to tighten these too tight. So you just kind of want to snug them. Which is all I'm doing here.
Hey. Now we'll start all over again.
One more time. Okay. We need to plug in the pump. Okay, shut this down, bypass it into the system. Now,
this one over here?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
I opened it to release the pressure.
Okay.
Definitely filling.
Do you realize we've been messing with this thing off and on all day long?
Well, the sad part is it's not just today. I was on it a couple days ago as well, digging the hole and...
Well, yeah. It has taken a little bit of time. That's okay.
Yeah, it's...
Bob's learned something new to do, but I did ask him if this is what he wanted to do for a living, and he said,
No, not a chance. Looks like we've sealed the leaks.
No, I'm not seeing any leaking. Uh-oh, I saw a drop. Huh. Bob, it looks like the drop is actually coming from the tape. It is.
It is.
Oh my. Well, I reckon this is the things you go through whenever you're trying to install stuff.
I wrap the nipples about 3 to 4 wraps, which is supposed to be enough. We'll see.
Okay, so you turn, oh, strip again.
Ay, ay, ay.
There's another drip.
It's leaking from the... Well, you know what I'm tempted to do? Sometimes enough sediment or whatever will get in there and seal it up. And it'll, if it's a tiny drip like that, I might wait till tomorrow. If it's still dripping, I guess I'll have to redo it, but it's a very small leak.
Well, it's dripping a little faster.
Oh, great.
This is the problems of homesteading.
You know, I'm glad I'm not a plumber, because everything I ever plumb leaks. And I don't know how plumbers do it. They tell me, well, don't over tighten, just tighten it, you know, snug. But unless I wrench it down good, it's going to leak. And, you know, they say wrap it about 3 or 4 wraps. I went 4 on these. And oh, brother. Okay. We need to back flush the system now.
So, Bob's finally got it figured out, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Water's coming through the system to flush it, and it's coming out here over in our driveway. It did not go out into the, we thought it was going to be going out because we hadn't found where the ditch was, but we thought it was going to come in the ditch, but it actually comes out here in our yard right here, this little puddle.
Yeah, right at the driveway there.
So we're going to have a real purple colored driveway.
I might have to switch that to going down the ditch. I mean, that a purple driveway may not be the most attractive thing.
I told him to leave it. It would make a lot of color for the area. Anyway, so he's got it going, and now our water will finally be clean.
We hope.
We hope. We'll let you know soon. We thank you so much. Let me so you can see my shiny face. We thank you so much for being with us today and for taking the time to look and see what Granny and Grumpy's homestead's doing today. This is a part of getting things ready to be able to do what you have to do, and that's to live. You have a blessed and wonderful evening, and remember, we love you, but more importantly, Jesus loves you. You have a wonderful day and wonderful evening. Bye. We love you.